Welcome everyone. Today we're taking a deep dive into plugpower, a prominent player in the hydrogen economy. We'll examine its current state, explore its history, analyze the broader hydrogen economy, and evaluate whether plugpower remains a good investment opportunity. Let's get started. Plugpower is a leading provider of hydrogen solutions, specializing in fuel cells, electrolyzers, and green hydrogen production. The company has established itself as a pioneer in the transition to a clean energy future. The stock has been in decline since its peak in 2021, when plugpower's market capitalization exceeded $30 billion. Currently, the stock is trading at just over $3, with a market cap of about $2.8 billion. A staggering $30 billion wiped from its value. Over the past few days, plugpower has shown signs of improvement, with the stock rising by approximately 30%. Could plugpower recover and surpass its all-time highs? Let's take a step back in time to the period leading up to plugpower's ascent to its peak valuation. Here are some visuals from the 2019-2021 symposiums. Plugpower has a history of making overly ambitious future predictions. As you can see, their forecast for 2024 included $1.2 billion in revenue and a positive operating income of $200 million. Yet their Q3 2024 report shows an operating loss of nearly $400 million over the past 9 months. This discrepancy highlights plugpower's inability to accurately predict its own trajectory, which has contributed to the stock's decline in recent years. If plugpower had delivered on its promises, the stock would likely be trading at much higher levels today. Now let's look at the present and what was discussed at the 2024 symposium. Plugpower appears to be focusing heavily on improving its gross margins. Revenue forecasts for 2024 have been left largely unchanged. However, the timeline for profitability has been pushed much further into the future compared to earlier predictions. Their 2030 revenue forecast stands at $3.75 billion, with gross margins expected to exceed 30%. From this, we can infer that the hydrogen economy was a very hot sector during 2019-2021, with many companies making bold promises about investments and government subsidies. Tightening financial markets and slower-than-expected government support have significantly impacted the development of the hydrogen economy. Companies are indeed investing in hydrogen, but at a slower pace. This impacts the revenue and profitability of hydrogen companies that we've observed. It's unlikely that plugpower deliberately misled investors. Rather, they likely believed the industry would progress faster than it actually has. Predicting the future of such a heavily subsidy-dependent and investment-driven sector is incredibly challenging. Long-term forecasts in such an industry are inherently unreliable, and we take plugpower's distant projections with a grain of salt. The industry could evolve more slowly or quickly than plugpower expected, depending on a multitude of factors. It will be interesting to see if plugpower can even accurately predict 1 year ahead. Looking ahead to 2025, it's hard to say what will happen. We're cautiously optimistic that plugpower will achieve its 2025 targets and that the hydrogen economy will gain momentum by then. The U.S. recently announced the 45 tax credit regulations, which should incentivize companies to invest. As a result, plugpower's stock has risen over the past couple of days. The 45's incentive provides an opportunity to earn $3 per kilogram of clean hydrogen. Europe is also expected to gain traction with hydrogen auctions and Hydrogen Bank. The European Commission has officially launched the second European Hydrogen Bank auction, offering a significant boost to the renewable hydrogen sector with a total budget of approximately €1.2 billion. Renewable hydrogen producers can bid for a fixed price premium of up to €4 per kilogram of hydrogen produced over 10 years. However, there is currently no visibility on future hydrogen bank auctions, leaving the sector in need of clearer guidance on upcoming rounds to better structure projects and determine the optimal timing for applications. Asia is also in the game, and according to reports, they are set to invest $90 billion in hydrogen projects by 2030. If government support is robust enough, we could see large-scale investments from major companies. The larger these investments are, the more viable the hydrogen business becomes for both hydrogen companies and the investing firms. The most recent data from October 2023 to May 2024 further underscores a clear shift from project planning to implementation. Total announced investments through 2030 have increased by approximately 20%, from $570 billion to $680 billion. The most notable growth has occurred in the more advanced stages of project development, with investments past FID growing by a remarkable 90%, followed by a 30% increase in front-end engineering design feed stage projects. Electrolyzer installations have also increased significantly. Investments in 2023 amounted to $2.9 billion, and in 2024, they are projected to reach $7 billion. We could see a reversal of plugpower's predictive errors from 2019-2021. This time, plugpower may be underestimating its revenue and profitability, potentially exceeding expectations every quarter. We believe investments and orders could increase significantly this year. The Department of Energy loan remains a wild card, and time is running out for Democrats to approve it. If Plug Power secures this $1.6 billion loan for its hydrogen production facilities, it would alleviate some financial concerns and avoid hindering development. The DOE loan, in addition to the 45V incentive, could provide Plug Power with an extra boost in the short term. Hydrogen companies like Plug Power are difficult to predict. The question remains whether current players can stay afloat or if they are simply too early to the market. Plug Power is not yet profitable and has issued a substantial number of new shares, diluting investor ownership. There are now nearly 1 billion shares outstanding, double the number from 2020. Hydrogen companies will require years of subsidies, so it's likely Plug Power will need to issue even more shares to raise capital. From an investor's perspective, this isn't ideal. However, if the hydrogen economy gains traction and large orders start rolling in, further share dilution may not have as severe an impact on Plug Power's valuation. Plug Power is a fascinating company, and we're confident they're doing everything they can to turn profitable. The stock remains undervalued due to doubts about the company's ability to generate profits anytime soon. If Plug Power makes progress on this front, we could see valuation multiples rise. If the company continues to incur significant losses by 2025, however, it may struggle to survive without a major equity offering at a low price, which could devastate the company. Given their track record, we wouldn't take Plug Power's long-term forecasts at face value. Instead, Plug Power and other hydrogen companies should be evaluated more broadly, as their success depends on many external factors. Sales are challenging without buyers. We're starting to see encouraging signs of government support, such as the US 45V initiative. This puts us back in a situation similar to 2019-2020, where hydrogen companies may gain momentum in 2025-2026 through large orders and the bright prospects for the future. The all-time high was around 65 per share, which would equate to a market capitalization of approximately $60 billion with the current number of shares. A $60 billion market cap may seem very distant, but it's certainly not impossible in the long term if everything goes well. If Plug Power can demonstrate its ability to generate profits and secure large orders, we believe the stock could have significant upside potential. In the short term, the focus is on the DOE loan, and if Plug Power secures it, the stock could gain strong momentum for this year. It will be interesting to watch how this unfolds, and we hope the DOE loan gets approved. Thank you for watching, and please share your thoughts on Plug Power in the comments below.